Namaskar traders and a very good evening. Thursday evening, 12th of Jan 2023. This is 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. I'll quickly share this with you that there will be a bit of background cheering, noise, music behind me in tonight's and maybe tomorrow's video, because where I stay, this condominium, we are celebrating the yearly cricket tournament, and that's like really big time here. So yeah, so there'll be live commentary and there'll be live music. So please bear with me. I thought that it's a disturbance, so I could not make yesterday's video, but then I thought that let's go ahead with it. So keeping that background constant, let's take a look at what happened with the Nifty. So Nifty is being sliding. Sliding is probably a pretty decent word. What it's going through in the last 3 trading sessions. Structure of the charts, be it the short term 75-minute time frame, the intermediate daily, or the long term weekly. Now weekly is fine, but it's kind of range bound. But it's these two time frames, the intermediate and the short term, which is one, structurally in a downtrend, two, not showing much strength to bounce back, and slow and steadily dragging itself on the downside. If we get any kind of a breakdown of this weekly congestion, this kind of a move, then that makes things worse, because the weekly chart in that case turns into a downtrend as well. Strategically, you should be looking more on the short side. If you're more on the long side trader, few traders are long biased, especially from a short-term trading point of view, I would suggest be a little careful. This is not the best of your pitches to deliver your returns. Now, one interesting thing happened today. If you look closely, today the Nifty broke below, and I'm looking at the Nifty near month futures. Nifty broke below its previous swing low for just a few minutes. If you can see the 75-minute time frame, you'll see this, and it kind of bounced back. These kind of price moves essentially takes out the stop losses of the weak long hands, just to make them feel that I just took your stop loss, right? And you know how it feels. So was this a trap? Was this breaking down below its previous swing lows? Was this a trap? Are we going to head further tomorrow for a decent close and maybe an attempt towards the psychological 18K mark? I'm not too sure. Possible, because when I see these kind of traps, prices reverse almost immediately, which happened today afternoon. So we might see an attempt tomorrow from the index after 3 days of losses to go towards that 18K. But even if it goes towards 18K, even if it goes towards 18050 or somewhere here, I don't think it's going to make any big impact. I don't think it's going to reverse the bearishness and completely turn bullish. I don't think so that's going to happen. I think for that to happen, the weekly breakout is more important. Till that, the market can stay within this range until you have a breakdown or a breakout. So maybe some bit of a gains tomorrow morning after 3 days of fall. But if it closes above 18K on a weekly basis, that's not a bad deal. If you zoom into the 75-minute time frame, you'll see that these are the higher shadows, one after the other, from where we have this sell-off. So level wise, this is 18K to 18,020. So you can use 18K to 1805. So essentially this to this. This is the band, the zone that you should work as the short-term resistance. Of course, support comes in at current lows, and any kind of breakdown. I think I discussed this early this week that I don't want to scare or sound extremely bearish, but if this breakdown happens, then 7500 should not be a issue at all. It should be fairly easy for the market to drop down there. FIIs have been completely in a bearish mode. I can see from December 23rd, sorry, all the way towards today, the cash market provisional numbers have completely been negative, and today it's around 1600 crores of selling from the FII. So they've been outright selling from this market. Now, what happened to the bank Nifty? Relatively better off. It is not yet managed to break below its previous swing low, which Nifty has already done that, thanks to Reliance. But Bank Nifty, you remember this confluence, this Fibonacci confluence of retracements and projections? It's kind of stuck here. It seems like it's found a zone from where it doesn't want to fall any further. That's the psychological 42K mark. Structure wise, not good. Momentum wise, slow down. Clear signs of bounce backs for the last 3-4 days, as we can see, decent size lower shadows. So it's trying not to fall. It can give us a move. If you zoom into the 75-minute time frame, you will observe these shadows, which is around 42,500. That's your short-term level. If you take a look at the daily charts, these are the level from where the supports at 42K on the downside. So 42K, 42,500, that's the range from a short-term point of view. Similar scary behavior on the weekly charts also. If we get a breakdown from here, then yes, 40.5K should not be an issue again from the Bank Nifty. So structurally, both the indices are in a downtrend. Bank Nifty little better, trying not to fall, but that does not mean that it cannot break down. We saw FIIs have been selling. Sectors which I find pretty interesting is for tomorrow's trade. CNX Auto, I feel this guy is going to give us a move tomorrow. Preferably on the upside, if it manages to break out on the upside, preferably on the upside. But I don't have any strong names that can give this move. Two-wheelers are looking very interesting, Bajaj Auto and Hero Moto. If you look at, if today's low holds, then we have chance of a bounce back. If today's low goes for Bajaj Auto and Hero Moto tomorrow, then you're done. Then it's coming off. So auto is going to give us a move. I'm looking at two-wheelers more closely than the four-wheelers, because M&M, Maruti and Tata Motors are not offering me any kind of a prospective move. Real estate, I don't know. I know one thing, that it's acting strange. DLF was pretty strong throughout today's trade. I kept a very close look at it. But I would say, like auto, real estate is also going to give us a move. Maybe tomorrow or on Monday for sure. I'm not confident about the direction of the move. I'm very, very confident that there's going to be a move. It's very easy to trade the move if it breaks the current close. That will be very, very easy. But if it breaks, let's say, the highs and gives us a breakout, then it will be relatively difficult because it's in a downtrend. So it will be more like a bounce back. So my suggestion would be, in auto and real estate, if you get an upside breakout, make sure it's a short-term intraday trade, long side, get out. On the other hand, if it's a downside breakdown, you can hold on to your positions and give it a time of 1 to 2 days. Keep an eye on PSU banks also. Let's talk about two stocks. Now that I just spoke about PSU Bank, I would like to bring your attention to Bank Baroda, which reminds me, City Union Bank. I think I did talk about this stock few days back, maybe early this. Would like to see, yeah, there you go. So this guy is completely clean, opened up on the downside for a short trade. I attempted for a short trade, but it's disgustingly illiquid in the futures market, and I thought that, please, no. Anyways, Bank Baroda. I also think that Bank Baroda is ripe for a down move from here. Any slip below today's low, and you should brace yourself for 178, if not further towards 176. I'm more comfortable to take this trade on the downside. However, if it takes out 50% of this red bar, that is somewhere here, a little above 184, if it goes tomorrow, then my expectation of this move is negated. So I'm looking Bank of Baroda not to go beyond today's high and to slip below today's low for a move towards 178 to 176. This is the move that I'm expecting from Bank of Baroda. The other stock that I wanted to discuss tonight is Deepak Nitrite. Now, weekly charts are not good at all. The weekly charts are all in a downtrend structure-wise, stuck in a range, buying some time. Generally, when they buy time like this, they offer a short-term bounce back just to come down further on the downside. But after today's close, if I zoom in closely, I can see 2-3 highs exactly at the same level. On the 75-minute time frame, at 1960 is your breakout. This is the breakout. Yes, I expect that this downtrending stock will give us a bounce back, but I'm not expecting a big bounce back. In this market condition, trading these kind of structures are not safe. These kind of structures are safer to trade in a bullish market. But if you're looking at an intraday trade, 1960 to 1980 kind of move, possible. If I take this trade tomorrow at 1960, close about there, if I get 1975 to 1980, I'll be more than happy to book out. I don't want to sit on this kind of a bounce back trade, but it looks very, very ripe for an upside breakout. Can it open up on the downside? Yes, weekly charts are weak, so it can open up on the downside. So for example, I'll just share this with you. Say it goes above 1960. It gives a small move, nothing fancy for you to even book profits, and it's all of a sudden comes down. And it's highly possible because your higher time frame is weak. If that happens, it's very likely you're going to put your stop loss at the near the recent lows. If you get that move, I think these kind of trades you can do a stop and reverse kind of a trade. High chance this loss will be recovered by the downside move, but that time will tell us. I hope you're not too badly hit in this market movement. I had a good day today with one of the private banking stocks wherein we went short and did a pretty good job from an intraday perspective. Looking forward towards Bank of Baroda and few other names. Till then, take care of yourselves, trade well and trade wise.